So today we have an interesting geometrical problem. The given data is that we have a semicircle, two pairs of square, and this particular length has been given that is equals to 3. So only this much data is given, and what we have to find is the value of this particular equation, that the addition of a plus b minus the area of this c. So let us see the solution. How can we solve for this? So first of all, we will start our solution by considering the side length of the square. So let the side length of the bigger square be equals to x, and let the side length of the smaller square be equals to y. So if the length of these two squares are x and y, and this particular length has been given 3, so it's clear from the diagram that 3 is nothing but it's the difference between the side length of these two squares, the longer side minus the shorter side. So first thing that we have got is that x minus y, that is the longer minus the shorter, is given that is equals to 3. Okay. Now our second step is to find the radius of this semicircle in terms of x and y, and that is also very easy. So I'm just removing this 3 and some of this shaded region that is of C. The shaded area was to show the exact region that C covers. Okay. Now from this point to that point I draw a straight line. Okay. Now this much length is y. Okay. This much length we have just seen it is 3, but it is also equals to x minus y, and this much length is equals to x because they are the side length of the square. So now let us draw this diagram out of this. So we have this slant line, this straight line in the middle, that is a straight line like that way, and over here. Now according to this diagram, this length is equals to y, that length is equals to x, and this particular middle line has a length that is x minus y. It is given 3 in this particular question, but we will just go with x minus y. Okay. Now this is 90 degree because they are the corners of the square. So I can draw a 90 degree over here and extend it like that way. So this length is going to be equals to that length because it forms a rectangle. All the four angles are 90 degree. So this length is also x minus y, and this base also becomes x because that is x. So this is x minus y, so that is x minus y. Over here 90, over there 90 because I've just drawn a straight line. Now you can see a right angle triangle forming over there, so we can apply the Pythagoras theorem. So first of all, let this hypotenuse be equals to AB. So in this diagram also let us mark that over there. So this point as A, that point as B. So if we will apply the Pythagoras theorem, we will get that AB the whole square is equals to x plus y, that is the complete base, x plus y the whole square, plus this much length, that is x minus y the whole square. So after simplifying this equation, we will get the value of AB, that is that particular length, as square root of 2 times x square plus y square. Okay. Now we will use this to have the radius of this semicircle in terms of x and y. For that we just have to complete this diagram. So I've drawn the complete diagram over there. This is the top part and we have just reflected it at the bottom. Okay, you can see it over there. So now let us mark that same line segment AB in this diagram also. So from this point to that point the line segment is AB. Let it be clear. So this point is A and that point is equals to B. Okay. Now on the diameter of this, let us consider the center. So let this be the center and let it be the point Q. Okay. Note that this point is not the center where the two squares intersect. Now what we have to find is the radius of this particular semicircle in terms of x and y. So for that I have to just remove this first of all. Yes. Now what I will do is join a line from B to this particular point, that is, let it this point be equals to C. So now let us draw the line segment. So from C passing through this particular point and reaching till B. Okay. Now what we can observe is that this particular line segment, that is from this point to this point, is the diagonal of this particular square. So the diagonal of a square just bisects the 90 degree as 45 and 45. So this angle over there is a 45 degree and that angle over there is also 45 degree. Okay. Now what I will do in the second step is from A to B I will join a straight lines to Q. So from A to the point Q, that is the center, from B to the point Q, that is the center. Let it be clear. So from point B to point Q. First of all, let it be clear. Okay. Now from A and B I have joined the straight lines A to Q and B to Q, and over there we have A, C and B. So we have just joined the line segments AQ and BQ. Now remember the theorem, if there is a complete circle, we have a chord, and if it's subtending an angle at the center, let the angle subtended by the chord at center be equals to theta. And if that same chord subtend an angle at the circumference, that particular angle is going to be the half the angle as subtended at the center. So at the center it is subtending theta, so over here it's going to subtend theta by 2. So the same case is present over here. The chord AB, it is subtending an angle 45 degree at the circumference. So at the center it is going to subtend an angle double the 45. So 45 double is equals to 90. So this particular angle over there becomes 90. And also Q to A and Q to B, this both are the radius of this circle. So first of all, let the radius be equals to r, and as this particular angle is 90 degree, we can again apply the Pythagoras theorem. So we have that aq square plus qb square is equals to ab square. So aq and qb are r and r, so r square plus r square gives me 2 times r square, and that is the value of ab square. And note that we have the value of ab square from here, that ab is equals to square root of 2 times x square plus y square. Therefore ab square becomes 2 times x square plus y square. So x square plus y square, 2 and 2 got cancelled out. We got the value of r square as x square plus y square. So we have r square is equals to x square plus y square. So from here r is equals to square root of x square plus y square. This both equations are important, this and this, so we will just keep it like that way. Now some of the basic things were done. Now let's proceed to find the value of this particular equation. What we have to find is the addition of a and b minus the c. So this much area is considered as a. So this is also a because we have just reflected this diagram. That is b, so this is also equals to b because it's just based on symmetry and reflex. Okay, now I'm just removing these particular things because they are not required. You can take a screenshot. Okay, now what we have to do is find the values of this a and b now, so we can put that in that particular equation. So we have considered some point over here as q as the center. So what we can observe is that 2 times a forms a segment and 2 times b also forms a segment. So we can have their area by using the area of segment formula. So for that, let me join the radius first of all. So from q to b the radius, and over here from q to this particular point. Okay, and on the other side also from q to a, and from c to the point q. Note that c, q and b are not collinear, and a, q and d are not collinear, and also we don't require that. Now note that this angle was 90 degree as we have found, and if I am considering this angle as theta, so this angle is also going to be equals to theta because we have just reflected that same diagram. Now we can see that the complete angle 180 degree is equals to sum of this plus 90 plus theta. So this particular angle becomes 180 minus 90 minus theta, that is 90 minus theta. So if that is 90 minus theta, this is also going to be equals to 90 minus theta. Okay, so now let us apply the area of segment to find the value of 2 times a and 2 times b. So we will start with 2 times b. So 2 times b forms that complete segment, so we will write 2 times b, and that is equals to the segment. So what is the area of a segment? Look over here. If this region we have to find, first of all this region is called the segment, and the middle angle is theta. So let us remove theta and have the angle as alpha, so that angle forms alpha by 2. That is not required at all. Now we can see that this particular chord forms this particular segment, and that chord is subtending an angle at the center alpha. So the area of this segment is equals to, and let the radius be equals to b. Therefore the area of this particular segment becomes b square, that is the radius square, alpha, that is the angle at the middle, alpha pi upon 360 minus sine of alpha upon 2 into cos of alpha upon 2. So this is the formula to find the area of a segment. So in this particular case, we have the radius is equals to r, and the middle angle is theta plus theta, that is 2 times theta. So according to this particular question, we have radius is equals to r, so radius square becomes r square into the angle subtended by the chord at the center into pi upon 360. So this particular chord BD is subtending an angle 2 times theta at the center. So 2 times theta into pi upon 360 minus sine of alpha upon 2 was present over here. So instead of alpha, we have 2 times theta. So 2 times theta upon 2 becomes theta, and similarly it becomes cos of theta over there. Now simplifying this equation gives me the value of 2 times b as r square into theta into pi upon 180 minus r square sine theta cos theta. Okay, so this is the value of 2 times b. Applying this formula, that is the area of the segment. Now we can apply the same formula to find the value of 2 times a. So 2 times a is equals to radius square, radius for that is also r square. Now the angle at the center is 2 times 90 minus theta. So I will write it like 2 times 90 minus theta gives me 180 minus 2 times theta into pi upon 360. So this can be just open up the bracket and separate the denominator, gives me pi upon 2 minus theta pi upon 180 and minus sine of 2 times 90 minus theta upon 2. So this gives me sine of 90 minus theta, and sine of 90 minus theta is equals to cos theta. So over here becomes cos theta, and similarly cos of 2 times 90 minus theta upon 2 becomes cos of 90 minus theta, that is sine theta. Now we will open the brackets over here so as to get the value of 2 times a, that is r square pi by 2 minus r square theta pi upon 180 minus r square sine of theta into cos of theta. So this is the value of 2 times a. Now we will proceed to find the value of that particular equation. So what we have to find is this particular thing, that is a plus b minus c. So I'm writing it down over there, a plus b minus c. Now a and b we have just calculated over here, 2 times a and 2 times b is there. We will just divide both the sides by 2 to get the value of a and b. But we have not calculated c. Now look in this particular diagram, c was considered this particular thing. I'm just removing these things from here. Okay, now c was considered this particular thing, that is over there. So now we can observe that this particular shaded region is not a kind of perfect shape. So we have to have its value like subtractions of the area, and I am showing it over there. So a plus b as it is, minus, now I will keep a bracket. So now let us have the value of c as a subtractions of area. So first of all, to get the value of c, what we have to do is take the semicircle, the complete semicircle. From that, minus that two combined square that are like this way. Minus this will give us a and b, and when we will subtract a and subtract b, what we will get is the region C. Let me show you over there. So from this complete diagram, that is this complete semicircle, I am just removing this square, this particular square, region B and region A. So what we are left with it is the region C. So this expression is completely correct. Now we will open the bracket over there. So let me change the color. Yes. So a plus b, this negative sign becomes minus the area of the semicircle plus the area of these two squares, and positive a and positive b. So a plus b becomes 2 times a plus 2 times b minus the area of the semicircle plus the area of these two squares. Now let us have the value of all this 4. So we have the value of 2 times a over here. Over here we have the value of 2 times a, that is pi r square upon 2 minus theta pi r square upon 180 minus r square sine of theta into cos of theta. And the value of 2 times b is present over there, and it is equals to plus theta pi r square upon 180 minus r square sine of theta into cos of theta. And if the radius of this semicircle is equals to r, therefore the area of the semicircle becomes pi r square upon 2, and combined area of this two squares become x square plus y square. So plus x square plus y square, as the side length of this bigger one is x and the smaller one is equals to y. So their combined area is equals to x square plus y square. Now we can see that few things are going to be cancelled. Pi r square upon 2 minus pi r square upon 2 minus theta pi r square upon 180 positive theta pi r square upon 180. So what we are left with is x square plus y square minus r square, that is not minus r square, it's minus 2 times r square into sine of theta cos of theta. These two are in negative, so they added together to give me negative 2 times r square sine theta and cos theta. Now we can have the value of sine theta and cos theta also. Over here, look carefully. Now look over here, this is a nice right angle triangle in which this angle theta is inscribed. Over there 90 degree because it is the corner of the square. This is the side length of this bigger square and it was considered as x. So the value of sine theta becomes x upon the hypotenuse, that is opposite upon hypotenuse. So the value of sine of theta is equals to x upon r. So sine theta is x upon r. Now we can have the value of cos of theta. Now cos of theta is ultimately going to be over here, look carefully. So we need the value of cos of theta. Now we know cos of theta is exactly equals to sine of 90 minus theta. Now we can see that over here we have a right angle triangle and it is having an angle 90 minus theta. So if we will find the value of sine of 90 minus theta in this particular right angle triangle, we have the value of cos of theta. Over here this is the side and it is the side of the smaller square, that is y, and this is the hypotenuse and that is going to be the radius q to a, so that is equals to r. So sine of 90 minus theta is equals to y upon r, and that is the value of cos of theta. So over there I am putting the value of cos of theta. So the value of cos of theta is y upon r, and it is multiplied with 2 times r square in negative and in addition x square plus y square. Now we can see that r into r square, and it will cancel out this particular r square present over here. So r square r and r got cancelled out. We have x square plus y square minus 2 times xy. Now this particular thing is an identity, that is x minus y the whole square. So this is the value of this expression, that is a plus b minus the area c. Now remember, in the beginning only, the only numerical value in this whole question was x minus y is equals to 3, that was given as this particular length. Okay. So here we can have a look that the value of this particular expression has came, and that too in the terms of this particular thing that was given in this particular question. So we have x minus y is equals to 3, and the value of that particular equation, that is a plus b minus c, is equals to x minus y the whole square. X minus y is equals to 3. Therefore we have the final answer that a plus b minus c is equals to 3 square, that is 9, and that's the answer. So this was my way to solve this particular question. If you have any other method other than this, you can do comment below, and if it's hard to comment, you can email me or else you can DM me on my Instagram. The links are in the description.